At their home opener on October 4th this year, the Vegas Golden Knights were 10-1 odds to win the Stanley Cup.
Players are gathering right now, stand by.
It was a long way from where they began last year as the league's newest franchise, a band of expansion draft cast-offs. A 500-1 shot to win it all. And representing a city reeling from one of the worst American tragedies in recent memory.
We have an active shooter. We have an active shooter inside the fairgrounds.
You know, it's kind of scary. Take it for granted. Life, really, you take for granted.
And we come to you with breaking news out of Las Vegas, where we have reports of multiple people shot during a harvest festival on the Las Vegas Strip.
But to know that any second can be taken away from you.
The horror of it and the loss of it, bringing us to such a low, sad, deeply painful time. But then just out of the seed of the horror and everything came the Golden Knights.
Just days before their first home game of the season, the Vegas Golden Knights had scrambled to make a difference.
Just to be able to go meet some people that risked their life, you know, to save others.
Just that you guys are showing up and showing your support for our city and the people that were killed and hurt right next to me just means so much.
Seeing how this team came together before even playing their first game in the city, it really showed how special they were. Like, they didn't have to play hockey before this city loved who they were.
They went out and they went to fire stations, police stations, they went to the convention center, they went to hospitals and saw people that had been shot. They met with families, and we had that opening night against Arizona. It was really unbelievable.
They're in the tunnel now.
Here we go, boys. Ladies and gentlemen, Deryk Engelland!
Speaking for the team, in a role for which there was no preparation, Las Vegas native Deryk Engelland stepped out of his comfort zone to help the T-Mobile crowd find theirs.
Like all of you, I'm proud to call Las Vegas home. To all the brave first responders that have worked tirelessly and courageously throughout this whole tragedy, we thank you.
He's a humble, quiet guy, trying to get ready for a game, but have this on your mind, to have a microphone talking to 20,000 people and to do it as perfectly as he did, and certainly a moment that this community needed.
To the families and friends of the victims, know that we'll do everything we can to help you and our city heal.
Being able to go out and help a city that needed the help, just to heal, just by playing a hockey game was pretty amazing.
We are Vegas strong.
After winning their first 2 games on the road, the Golden Knights' home opener proved memorable for all that it meant to both fans and those looking to heal.
Tomas Nosek has put the Golden Knights on the board.
They jumped right in at one of the hardest times for the city.
Big shot, score! It's England!
Helped comfort us, helped us to heal.
And more catharsis, more cheering, more celebration.
It was a tough time, and the Vegas Golden Knights made it a little bit better.
The Golden Knights, NHL history, the first expansion club ever to get to a 3-0 start.
Acquired from teams willing to let them go, the Golden Knights found a collective second chance in the desert.
You know, everybody came from somewhere else, and we had to gel as a group quickly. There's just all of us in the same boat trying to show that we're better than what maybe people thought we were.
Work together as a team. Everybody goes together as a team.
Let's make sure we have fun with the players every day, no matter if we win or lose. That's how we started. And then all of a sudden we're 8-1, and then you say, well, you know what, we got a better team than we thought.
Carlson scored!
I remember during December, I think we lost 1 game in overtime, and then we won the rest.
Diving scores! First ever Golden Knight hat trick.
We beat some really good teams, and consecutively we played a bunch at home.
And Vegas wins its 19th home game in 23 tries.
Some of the top teams in the league, and we were winning those games. I thought then that, geez, maybe we've got something going on here. T-Mobile became a community hub, and it sort of brought everybody together here.
Vegas
As surprising as the Knights' march to a history-making 51-win regular season was, their first-year home ice advantage rivaled the legendary venues of the NHL.
We didn't know what to expect at T-Mobile, but it was packed every game. The energy there was just unbelievable, and it was since day one, and I think it surprised everybody.
All our games are so entertaining. The atmosphere is always electric. People are cheering. The fans are supporting us every night. You know, so it's been a lot of fun.
Marchessault, Vidani shoots and scores.
It was so solid, the message, you know, play together, be connected, make sure that we're playing our game and using our speed.
The whole journey, just mind-blowing when you think about it. And then obviously, playoffs was a really fun time.
Let's go. Feels different, looks different, sounds different. Welcome to the Stanley Cup playoffs, Vegas Golden Knights.
For me, playoffs is the best time of the year. I love playing hockey for. It's just for playoffs. I feel complete there.
In the playoffs, nothing changed. The guys worked hard, they competed hard, and we played the same fast game that we played all season long, and I think that's what made us successful.
Holla, left side, in, scores! Eric Holla says good night.
Well, we never beat LA, and we swept them.
Eakin scores!
Play San Jose, we beat them in 6.
Marchessault in front, they score on the rebound!
And then we beat the toughest team in the league in Winnipeg, and we beat them in 5.
Morrissey can't get it out. Turnaround shot, score!
Welcome to impossible! The Knights are in the Stanley Cup final!
Let's get ready to rumble!
In the Stanley Cup final, the Vegas fortune eventually ran dry.
Ovechkin, score! The Capitals have won it! For the first time in their 44-year history, are the Stanley Cup champions.
It would have been incredible after what this community went through to hand them the Stanley Cup. That would have been something.
Across 101 games, the Vegas Golden Knights did what no other major professional sports team has done in its first year, rising from a newly minted franchise to the second best team in the league. The Knights defied all expectations, not only by what they achieved on the ice, but what they meant to a community known for having it all. In true Vegas fashion, the Knights believe that next time, they'll go all the way.
Finishing the year with regrets, that's not what you want. Next time when we're going to be there, we're going to make sure we're the winners.
On the sun-baked, wind-blasted floor of the Mojave Desert, Las Vegas got its start as a railroad town. But it survived thanks to the building of the Boulder Dam, the World War II war effort, some liberal divorce laws, and a population that charted its own course.
Las Vegas really is this melting pot of misfits. Those that settled here were of a hardier sort.
The potential for Vegas was maximized by bold thinkers like Kurt Kerkorian. He built the largest hotel in the world, not once, but 3 times. Kerkorian and others knew that hotels and casinos in the desert could draw people from all across the world. It would take a similar marketing savvy to do something just as audacious in sports, build a hockey team in that same desert.
Marc-Andre Fleury. Goaltending is the most important position in our game, so we started there with Fleury.
The 2017 expansion draft gave the Golden Knights their backbone, Marc-Andre Fleury.
Big save by Fleury.
Among the greatest goalies of his generation and a 3-time Stanley Cup champion, Fleury is as good as advertised.
Oh, Fleury! My goodness!
I love what I do, and I've feel very fortunate that I got the opportunity to come in Vegas and be here for the beginning of the franchise.
We wanted to be an entertaining team. It's a great game. It should never be boring, but they had to be good people. They had to be low ego, hard-working people. Derek Engelland.
Here's Engelland, steps up, shooting, he scored!
Besides drafting guys of character, he drafted guys that wanted to prove something. We started winning, and then we won, and we won, and we kept on winning and winning.
The Knights have hosted the Kings.
They're on their way to the Western Conference Final.
The Vegas Golden Knights are headed to the Stanley Cup Final.
It is hard to comprehend it. You know, it was a year and a half ago. You know, we didn't have a team. I don't know how in the world we got here, but it is amazing.
Well, welcome to Las Vegas. Everything is spectacle here in Las Vegas. We want it to be the biggest, the best, the most greatest, because we are. Everyone knows about Las Vegas. You can go to anywhere in the world and say, I'm going to Vegas, and everyone knows where it's at.
Las Vegas has long been known as the place to go for fortune, fame, and an overall fabulous ride. Until recently, on any given night in Vegas, you could find any kind of live entertainment you wanted, except Major League Sports.
And Bill Foley brought in the Golden Knights initially. I did say to him, you know, the only ice we know in Las Vegas is what goes in the cocktail glass.
Especially on social media, people thought it would never work in Las Vegas. This was the most stupid thing that the NHL could do.
Initially, I wasn't confident at all. I was going to meet and greets, and there might be 10 people would show up. There was nobody there.
Foley tested the Vegas hockey waters with the sale of season tickets before he even had a team. The locals bought in by eventually buying out all 16,000 of them.
When they announced that a hockey team was coming, even before knowing the name, even before knowing the players, even the coach, we had already put down our deposit for season tickets. It's been an amazing, amazing experience so far.
This is a community that's driven by underdogs from all sorts of backgrounds. Vegas really does not embrace the barriers that other communities do. So we are limitless on our imagination of what can be brought forth from the community.
Bill Foley is no stranger to making the best of difficult circumstances. At the height of the Vietnam War, he committed to the military by enrolling at West Point.
I had no intention to go to West Point. My goal was to go to William & Mary, and my dad said, well, that's great. How are you going to pay for it? Oops. I didn't want to go, but it taught me a lot. It helped make me who I am today.
Well, you can't win without good ownership. You can't. Bill Foley, he knows something about command structure, hierarchy, discipline, so he gets it.
Las Vegas is constantly reinventing itself. First casinos and then hotels, Fremont Street Experience, the Strip. And now the biggest part of it is we're finally getting our sports team.
Marchessault scores!
Viva Las Vegas!
At New York, New York, and the Park, we are the official tailgating center for the Vegas Golden Knights.
The Golden Knights inspired more than a passionate fan base. At the southwest corner of the Strip, the team's newly built arena generated a party parade route that gave life to the neighborhood.
Having the Golden Knights here has been great. That area surrounding T-Mobile, there was nothing there before. When you see people pre-game at Beer House or at Park, all of that is new business.
When the Knights came in, it raised us to a whole nother level. It was really a game changer for our neighborhood. We are one of the most successful hockey experiences, and we achieved that in only 1 year.
I think it's given us an appetite for more. When you taste something that's good, and you taste it again, and it gets better, and then you think, oh my.
There's a tremendous amount of enthusiasm. I've lived in Las Vegas a long time, and as a Las Vegas local, no one could have predicted how wonderful this was going to be, and we are living the dream.
This town is behind us. You know, we really do have something going here.
No good act starts without preparation. And in Las Vegas, a city full of entertainment, the Golden Knights create quite the spectacle to bring fans into the arena.
I knew that we were the entertainment capital of the world, so it's expected that we're going to have put on a show.
And around behind it, it's dashed in by Cody Eakin.
I helped design some of the military aspects of the show, the knight, and the knight pulls the sword out of the stone, and the knight defeats the opposing knight who had invaded the fortress.
We really played up what the Golden Knight is, the epitome of the warrior class. Never retreat, never surrender. How does that cascade into the entertainment experience at a game? We didn't know what kind of team we were going to have anyway, so we really went heavy on the entertainment side because that was the one thing we knew we could control. Fortunately, in the entertainment capital of the world, the bar is set high, but you have incredible resources all around you to create an environment that honors the great fans. That's a big objective for us.
For over half a century, Las Vegas has hosted the biggest names in entertainment.
Artists that came to perform in Las Vegas really set the tone for what Las Vegas was going to be and has evolved to. We just opened the new Park MGM and the Park Theater, and we're very excited about Lady Gaga, Daryl Smith, Britney Spears. We've been so fortunate in the city. And then when you talk about the sports and seeing hockey, it's been amazing. What we do outside of the arena pregame isn't happening anywhere else in the league.
Whether you're gambling in the casino or taking a stroll through the plaza, you don't need to go far to experience Golden Knight excitement on game day.
Sometimes you have a 3-year-old or 4-year-old kid who's coming to the first game they've ever seen, the first event they've ever seen, and hopefully 50 years from now, they're going to talk about this. Hockey leads. Hockey's #1. That's why people are here. It's our job to create an environment that creates smiles and lasting memories. We've been really strategic as far as how to create an atmosphere that is the fortress. We've got a Golden Knight character who we literally worked with a costume designer, and he handmade the entire outfit he wears.
We are at our official Vegas Golden Knights Armory. This is where all the magic is made for all the Golden Knights armor. And we've got a very talented guy here in Las Vegas called Rob Ballantyne, who made everything you see me wear. Feeling the passion from them, I'm hoping that they feel the passion from me for the game itself. I think the Knight has a role for Las Vegas.
The Golden Knight may be at the core of the production, but even the best soldiers need their battalion.
We created helmets, 20-foot helmets for people to skate out of. We've created a castle that also has the helmet. We've got our Golden Aces, which are incredible dancers and performers, and they're strong, passionate women who engage with fans. And we've got Chance, our Gila monster, a nod to the indigenous creatures, right? The reptile of Nevada is the Gila monster, so we went with that for our mascot. We've got the Night Line. It's an LED drum line that's just incredible. They're fun. They're having a party. We've got a DJ at our games. We've got an incredible music director. We've got the Vegas Bells, our nod to the showgirls. We created fantastic costumes that, again, play to the iconic imagery of what Vegas is, but it also creates a really great photo opportunity, and it happens to be set up along the glass while the visiting team warms up.
The headdresses, they're pretty heavy, so you develop very strong neck muscles and back muscles, and you have to maintain good posture. And so when you're walking through the parade, you can turn your head slightly, but you can't turn too quickly. I always wanted to be in a show called Jubilee, which was the last big Showgirl production. And to combine the classic Showgirl with the Golden Knights is just so wonderful. The Golden Knights mean so much to the entire city. They're so loved here, and to be just a small part of that it's so exciting.
Players are gathering.
The in-stadium show is central to the Golden Knights franchise, and as much as it offers energy for the fans, it also provides a competitive edge for the team.
We want to create a fun environment where fans are smiling and having a great time, but we want to win.
It's tough. Cody Eakin, there he is in front. He scores!
We're kind of creating this golden wall of entertainment / distraction, hopefully. So it's all about home ice advantage for us.
Pass back to Miller. Slap shot. Scores!
When you go to a game at T-Mobile, it's definitely an atmosphere that, like a lot of guys have said, around the league, they didn't know what to expect. It helps. Can't really get a full grasp of it until you're there.
with a pass, they score!
We want to help our boys on the ice have every advantage they can to hopefully get a big W in the Fortress.
Unbelievable. Everything is working for Vegas.
The passion for the game, the love for the game. Going to war with 20 guys that are basically your brothers.
We gotta support each other.
And you're around them every day for 10 months of the year.
You ready to execute here?
Just going to the rink and having that team togetherness. You can't go out and get a job with the same sort of thing.
The spinning wheel of professional sports never stops. A team's success is subject to change just as certainly as the faces on the roster are refreshed one year to the next.
Nick Holden shot, they score!
One thing I really like, it's the organization. They go get guys that have good team spirit.
And Nick Holden's first as a member of the Golden Knights.
All the new guys that come in on our team, they always fit well. It's something that I'm really proud of.
Catch ready in front, quick stick, score!
Added to this year's Golden Knights lineup, former Montreal Canadiens captain Max Pacioretty and veteran center Paul Stastny. Both are typical of Vegas's personnel priority.
Score! Paul Stastny!
Good character people, good leadership people, and people that want to work hard and have fun.
Last year, Vegas got some good luck with their first line. Riley Smith.
Here's Smith, shot, score!
Jonathan Marchessault.
Marchessault shoots, scores!
And William Karlsson.
William Karlsson has
found a scoring touch in the desert they didn't have on their previous teams.
William Karlsson!
We probably put that line together probably 6 or 7 games into the season, and I never had to change it again the whole year.
This line seemingly with a great A chance every time they're over the boards.
It just kind of clicked right away when we got put together.
Comes free to Smith, pass to Marchessault. Here's Karlsson, he shoots, he scores!
Carly? Yeah, he's great. He's a lot more than just scoring goals. He does everything right out there. We don't overthink the game too much.
Karlsson flails this one through center. Marchessault plays it on for Riley Smith. A shot, score!
With firepower up front, the back end of the team is anchored by veterans Marc-Andre Fleury and Derek Engelland.
Oh, what a stop! Marc-Andre Fleury does it again!
There might not be a better person in hockey than him on and off the ice. He's very upbeat, very fun to be around, and you hear it when he's on the ice. If you block a shot for him, and he's yelling at you, great job, and hooting and hollering.
Let's go, Junior, eh? Need a couple extra years here, you know? So pick it up.
Engel's great. I mean, he's been around for a while, you know, he knows the game, he's seen a lot. He's worked very hard to get to where he is in his career and establish himself as a real leader of this team.
It seems the Golden Knights have no end to the quality individuals they have on their roster.
Definitely Nate Smith. He's a great personality, always happy to come to the rink, always have a smile.
Nate, just his personality. I mean, the first time you met him, he's smiling, he's laughing, he's giggling, and that's all you hear. I mean, the players really like him.
Yes, there you go! All right, yes! 3, 2, 1. Here we go, boys! Number 30, Malcolm!
A guy like Subban is just so funny, great teammate also.
Malcolm Subban may be a great teammate, so long as it's hockey that he's playing.
Started?
He and Vegas prospect Jake Bischoff take time away from the rink.
Let's do top golf.
To work on their skills around the links.
That's the shot we have to hit?
Enjoying the Vegas lifestyle is one of the many perks to playing for the Golden Knights.
I like golfing, but I haven't golfed in a while. But also here, there's a lot of shows and that kind of stuff that you can go to, like Cirque du Soleil or comedy shows. So I think a lot of the guys sort of do that.
I love mountain biking, so I try to do it a little bit during the season. Obviously, you know, you don't want to be expelling too much energy away from the rink. Yeah, mountain biking and video games are probably my two favorites. Hey, rule number 1, make contact.
Back home was a small town, Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. It was great. I had an outdoor rink. A lot of Canadian kids growing up. That's where we all, you know, learned to love the game and learned to play it.
So not a lot, you know, around the Soo, but a lot of hockey, outdoor rinks, you know, all that stuff. Typical kind of, you know, Canadian kid growing up in a smaller kind of hockey town.
Nearly half of the NHL's players are Canadian-born. That includes Golden Knights defenseman Derek Engelland. But years ago, as a minor league player, he and his family made their home in Vegas.
We were here to see the dolphins, and we got a chance to go in the water with them and get them to do some tricks, try to show the boys what it's all about. Cash, he's 6, sweet, sensitive, caring little guy, and 2.5-year-old Talon, he's more the daredevil, the crazy one, I guess you could say. We've lived here in the off-season for 15 or so years now, and they're both born here, and we're just fortunate enough to be playing here at home now, and to raise them here, it's amazing. Everyone in the city is kind, caring. It's that small community feeling in a big city.
Carrier got by Gunnarsson. Carrier scores!
As you might imagine, in a town that does very little in a small way, owner Bill Foley makes sure the team is treated well by the organization.
Good job. Bill's been great. I mean, literally anything you can think of, you know, they're there and they're, you know, making sure that all your boxes are checked off. I mean, from the equipment to the food, it really is nice that, you know, they're fully taking care of you. You take care of your job and we'll take care of everything else, so it's pretty nice.
If the players are pampered a bit, it's not without a clear-eyed expectation from management that they'll deliver on the ice.
Our goal every year is to improve, get better, never be satisfied with what happened the year before, and never look back.
Here's Jonathan Marchessault. Scores!
People expect more from us this year. I mean, no one believed in us last year, so we didn't have any pressure. But I mean, if you go to the Stanley Cup final, you should have some pressure the following year. So I think that's the difference. No element of surprise anymore.